Welcome back. So I actually found a bug with my randomizer. Sometimes it ended up being a wrong value right here. So it would be 3 for instance, but I only have 3 available. So if I say I want to get the 0th, the 1st, the 2nd, and I end up putting in 3 here, I'll actually end up getting no joke back. So that was an error, and I've kind of tried to fix it with this randomizer change. So go and do that if you want to, else you'll just have to live with the bug. Sometimes you'll get an exception. All fine and dandy. Let's actually go in now and do so that we can have a button that we can click to get a random joke. And then next lesson we'll kind of also go in and create a new joke. So let's just start out by adding a new button that we can click every time to kind of get a random joke, just like we had with the Chuck Norris joke generator. So how do we do that? Well, if I were you, I would just go into the documents of the Ionic framework. So under ionicframework.com, I can explore the docs, I can go under components, I can go under buttons right here, and here I can find a button that I want. And I want the outline style. I like that button. It looks something like this. I want to add a button, let's just make the secondary button right here, the green one. That's what I want. Jumping into the code, jumping into the home HTML page, here I'm just going to add my new button. I'm going to put in a few lines, and we're going to call that get another. That's going to just get another random joke. Let's just try and have a look if that actually worked. There we have the button. Clicking it is doing nothing right now. So we have to, of course, implement the click event. And you do that in the Ionic framework by adding the click right here and then saying, what should we do when we click this? And we're going to make a function just called get another, just like we called this guy. So here we have get another, and this guy is now going to be implemented as a function inside the TS file. So that's kind of the binding again. When you're having functions, you need to have the function inside the TypeScript file, or in this case the component right here, the homepage component. We need this function so that when we click this guy, the button, when we click it, we're going to call this function. And what do we want to do when we call that function? We actually want to do the exact same thing that we do when we're actually starting the application. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to call the joke service, get a random joke, subscribe to it, and just return a joke that we can present. Let's see if it works. A horse walks into the bar, the button says, why the long face? Clicking it. What is the difference between snowman and snow women? Well, okay. A horse walks into it. So I can now get a random joke here, and sometimes it gets the same joke, but look, it works. So that was it. Now we have a button enabled, and it was very simple. We just used the click event on the button to call a function inside our TypeScript file, and we add that function in here and ask that function to do whatever we need. Again, notice the responsibility of the component or the home page TS file is actually not knowing how to get a random joke, it's to know what to call when you click the button. So that's the responsibility, and the services that know how to actually work and get the joke. See you in the next lesson where we'll just add a create function as well. Have fun.